number 4, there's only one other niyama. We'll finish up on Wednesday. Okay, so just announcements. I sent another email with some nutrition talk opportunities as well that you want to take advantage of if you want to make up your absences. Okay, so this niyama, it's pronounced svadhyaya. So svadhyaya means myself or belonging to me. So our attitudes are belonging to us. So svadhyaya means going inside yourself, taking time to actually take a look at what's happening inside yourself and what is driving you forward or what is holding you back, right? And so we have to take a look at who we're being, and sometimes that's not always so easy. Because what happens is that we take a look at our exterior, right? So if circumstances or events or people around you are such that you would rather have something else in your life, then it's who you're being that's drawing that to you. So then you have to stop, take a look inside, and say, wait a minute, who am I being? And what are the thoughts that are making me be this person that keeps attracting these people, right? So what happens is you have to really go deep inside in order to see that. And you have to be willing to look at that because it's not so easy. It's not so easy to look at ourselves and it's, and really change what we're about. It's a lot easier to look at somebody else and say, because she did it, because she didn't, because I have children, because there's always because. And so what happens is that there's always a reason and an excuse for not moving forward. All the time we use them, an excuse for not moving forward. Very different than a reason, right? A reason to move forward, right? So what happens is, and let me give you an example of this so that you can understand it a little bit more. So I work with a lot of mostly women. I work with men, but men are a little bit easier on this in terms of they don't have so much baggage. They don't have so much baggage, which is not ironic, which is why this was taught to men. Because men are not carrying around the baggage, right? Women, we have a lot of baggage and a lot of guilt. Especially when we have children. We will do everything that we can to just be a contemporary, middle class type of person, and we use the children as an excuse. Right? So give you an example. When, let's say you have goals and dreams and then something happens, you move sideways in life and you end up with children, right? You come back over here and then you really want those goals and dreams to move forward, but you're not willing to look inside, and instead what you do is you say, well, it's because I'm a mom. It's because I have my children that I really can't move forward. Now let me ask you this. Is that using my children as an excuse or as a reason? It's an excuse. Because there's a lot of women out there that are very, very successful regardless of whether they had children or not. So my question is, the difference between a successful woman and a non-successful woman is that a non-successful woman uses her children as an excuse as to why she can't move forward or whatever, and a successful woman uses them as a reason. Because of my children, I'm going to plow ahead, and I may not see them, I may not see them for, 3 nights, 4 nights, or whatever, but I'm going to do what I got to do. I'm going to plow ahead because I know that if I move myself in these next few years, I can give them everything else rather than to spend 10, 12 years elongating that excuse. Does that make sense? Yes?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So that's why in yoga, women were not allowed to do yoga. Because why? Because we use excuses so passionately, right? Oh, I can't move forward because my boyfriend woke up with me and and this and that. We use it and we milk it. And guys, man, one day of mourning and that's it, on to another girl. Right? And that is one of the reasons that as women we have to come a little bit further and we have to look inside ourselves. What's holding us back? What am I putting out there as an excuse to hold me back? Right? People always ask me, how in the world do you get so much accomplished? How in the world have you done so much? And my answer is always the same. Because I don't live by excuses. I live by reasons. Some people can criticize me. When my babies were young, my husband traveled a lot. He was a state government auditor. He traveled a lot. So I had to do what I did best in order to move. I wanted not just to be a teacher all my life. I wanted to move and I had goals. First I was going to be an assistant principal, then I was going to be a principal, and then I was going to move to higher education, which is where I am now. Those were the steps I was going to take. I mapped it out, right? When my children were little, there were nights that I wasn't home because I was doing what I needed to do to move up to the next level, right? But I knew that once I moved up to that next level, I could come back, take a little time and give them everything that they wanted and needed and be with them, right? And now, many moons later, and I was able to hit every single one of my goals. And you can ask my children now, and they'll say, Mom did what she had to do, and we had everything we needed. Right? We had everything we needed. There was never a time that they didn't have something that they needed, or that when I was with them, I was really with them. Who was I being? I was being present. I was going inside and saying, if I'm going to take away the time from them, the time that I am with them, I'm going to make it count. If I only have half an hour with them, that whole half hour is focused right on them. So I made them feel validated, even though it was a small chunk of time. Does that make sense? So I didn't use them as an excuse. And another excuse that I never used is money. Money. I never said I don't have enough money. I always said, this is something important for me. Somehow, I will make it happen. And you know what? Lo and behold, somehow everything in my life has happened. Another beautiful thing has just happened to me, and this is material. I drove in, I don't know if you guys saw in my beautiful red Lexus. Right? Another one of my dreams, material dreams. I like toys, okay guys? But another one of my dreams, right? Another one of my dreams. Because in about 3 years, I'll be driving a Tesla. Right? Because I love cars. That's just who I am. I love cars, right? So, but I never used it as an excuse. Never, never, never. Money you don't use as an excuse. Look for reasons to move ahead. Stop saying, who are you being? Who are you being? Are you being a poor person by saying I don't have money or I need to save up? No. I'm not saying don't save up. On the contrary. Put some money away. I always pay myself first. It's called pay yourself first.